the worst music in America. You know it. Hit me on Twitter at Mike Sean Radio. Yeah. I done been to IHOP, I done been to Waffle House, I done been to Diners too. I done been to Mama's house, but I swear nobody cook grits like you. 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 It's 5 in the morning, still I'm snoring. She's making grits and eggs.
She's making those grits.
At 5 in the morning, we could only be about to eat 2 things.
She's making those grits.
Cholesterol is high, but them grits is on my mind. You cook them so good, I can't deny. A heart attack is worth the ride. You make me wanna be home all the time. You're cooking them grits with steak at night. Can't be cooked by no beginner. Grits made our winner. We the worst records, baby. Yeah, bringing you the worst music in America. You know it. Hit me on Twitter at Mike Sean Radio. Yeah. I done been to IHOP, I done been to Waffle House, I done been to Diners too. I done been to Mama's house, but I swear nobody cook grits like you. 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 It's 5 in the morning, still I'm snoring. She's making grits and eggs.
She's making those grits.
At 5 in the morning, we could only be about to eat 2 things.
She's making those grits.
Cholesterol is high, but them grits is on my mind. You cook them so good, I can't deny. A heart attack is worth the ride. You make me wanna be home all the time. You're cooking them grits with steak at night. Can't be cooked by no beginner. Grits make our winner. Them grits make me this high. Grits all on my plate. Got my stomach full. Got me feeling great. I gotta kiss her. Grits all on my plate. Got my stomach full. Got me feeling great. I done been to Cracker Barrel, I done been to Cozy Kitchen, I done been to Denny's too. Had some women try to feed me, but I swear nobody cook grits like you. 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 You better make the grits and make them right. I make you feel so good at night. If you make the grits and make them right, I make you feel so good at night. Just make the grits and make them right. I make you feel so good at...
Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in.
We the worst records, baby. We about to create a perfectly horrible song. Y'all know I've been in the gym, and now all I wear is tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts.
Sean wears tight shirts.
Yes, I do.
Michael Sean wears tight shirts.
I wear tight shirts because I'm working out some. And if I wear the right size, you won't see none of my little cuts in my arms or whatever. Short sleeve tight shirts in any type of weather. People talking trans when they see me in the street.
Your shirt's so tight, we can see your heartbeat.
Man, clown me if you want, I'm sticking to my guns. And when the summer comes, it's gonna be fun. You can crack jokes and treat me like a jerk, but one day you'll see my six-pack right through my shirt. And even if I wanted to, I just can't stop. I just might rock an Ezekiel crop top.
Whoa.
What? Did I take it too far? What?
Yes.
Whatever. Tight shirts in the morning at work and when I grieve. I even wear tight pajama tops when I sleep. Tight shirts. Tight shirts. Tight shirts. Tight shirts. Tight shirts. Tight shirts. Every day.
My Sean wears
tight shirts. Tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, hey, tight shirts, what, tight shirts, go, tight shirts, ho, tight shirts, go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a Friday, it is a Cash App Friday, because it is the first Friday of the month, and it is time to dance. Oh, it's been a long, stressful week. If you didn't have stress, God bless, because you were blessed not to have stress. So bless, bless, bless. But if you were like me, you had a little bit of turmoil, you had some stress, you had some things throbbing in your soul, thinking to yourself, how can I make it to Friday so I can die? And for those who are watching, to all my single folks, I mean, no disrespect for anybody married. God bless you. Made it. All my marriages failed. It doesn't matter. For all those single women out there, come get some.
If you see me and you tryna see what's up, he wanna fuck with me, then I'ma have him stuck.
I mean, for real though, come get some.
If you see me and you tryna see what's up, he wanna fuck with me, then I'ma have him stuck.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the first Friday of the month, Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends. We are a community that is based on donations. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is based on donations, people. And on the first Friday of the month is where we put money towards our StreamYard bill. We put money towards reinventing the brand and bringing the community, the Takeover Legend community, out to the world with marketing and with grassroots type of movement where you share, I share. You post, I post. You share, I share. You post, repost. I post something, you repost. I post something, you repost. And that's how we make it happen. But you gotta give me your tithes. That's all I had. It was off the top of the head. Welcome to the Church of Anybody Can Get It. I am your pastor, Michael Sean. Bishop J Black will be here soon. And our First Lady of the Church.
Welcome to the Holy Tabernacle, Grace New Life Community, Fellowship Church on a Hill. This is the Church of Anybody Can Get, with your pastor, Michael Sean, and Deacon J Black. Now, everyone, please take your seats.
So, I mean, normally I almost slipped up and said Mo is the First Lady of Church, but we can't have her be the First Lady of Church if I'm at, well, let's ask Mo.
Allegedly, Sexy Mo.
So Mo, we will have to be another title, because if you're the First Lady of the Church, listen, you can't be the First Lady of the Church and not hold up your behind the doors, your deals, your responsibility. So you can't be the First Lady. You can't be the First Lady. We got to think of, because you ain't gonna be looking all vivacious and curviness and being next to me, greeting people, and then after service is over, we just go our separate ways. No, that's a fraud. That's a fraud. That would be a fraud to the people.
Okay, so can I be the mother of the church?
Yeah, I just don't like that mother word. I don't like that. Makes you feel older. You're young. Is it even that word?
Can I be the auntie of the church?
Your skin looks too good. Your skin looks too good to be an auntie.
The deaconess board.
The deaconess board?
Yes.
The deaconess board. All right, we can.
I am
deaconess.
the head deaconess.
Head deaconess. All right, that's in the running. Head deaconess. Can y'all, if y'all have any suggestions, can y'all put some suggestions on here on what Sexy Mo's title can be for in the church? Anybody can get it. If I'm the pastor, and I guess we made J Black the bishop, even though the bishop feels like it's bigger than the pastor. I don't know.
It's bigger than the pastor.
Yeah, like in the Catholic, I didn't know how. Yeah, I don't think he's the bishop. Wait, what the hell did we call him?
He snuck that in.
He snuck that bullshit in. No. We got to switch that. We got to make him back to a deacon. We got to drop him down to a deacon. Cash App Friday. If you want to send me the Cash App, the Cash App is right there. Thank you to everybody who's jumped on here. Thank you, KT. I see you. Thank you, Afro Queen. I see you. I will. Damon. I see you. Nikki White Chocolate. I see you. Thank you so much for sending them Cash Apps in here. Thank you. We'll be doing it all day. We got Dexter. Oh, sorry. Don't want to mess up this relationship early. Dexter, the psychic who we had a long time ago, and really said some shit that really happened. And I'll give you all the story on how it really happened. But before we get to all that, how was your night last night, Mo? How was everything last night?
I didn't get enough sleep.
You never do. You never do.
On some
You never
things.
do.
I was worried about my mic this morning. I said, if my mic is not right, they're gonna kick me out.
Well, we didn't kick you out the last day. You just didn't come back.
No, I came back, but Jay Black didn't put me up. And then when you put me up the second time, he was like, "No,
Mhm.
you're gonna have to get out. We gonna have to go out."
I don't know what's going on. I think a lot of it is really the StreamYard, and I think they do this to force my hand to actually go to the next step, the higher premium package. Because right now this package is $47.70 a month, 47, and then the next package will be $100 a month. So I feel like there's some glitches in here that happen deliberately. That's how I feel. I know y'all think Mike always got a conspiracy.
My nephew, and he said that he was gonna help us work out like the kinks and then the playback and the what it looks like.
Right.
So yeah, I'm gonna get with him and see what that is.
Tell him we ain't got no money. Tell him we ain't got no money.
I said nephew. He's my blood nephew, so he.
I know, but family. There's certain type of family. You know. I don't know how your family's probably good like that. Common sense would say we ain't got to pay him because he's your nephew. But I know nephews who done ran it up on a family. Keep talking because I want to make sure the mic is fine. Don't touch nothing. I just want to make sure because you kind of fade out when you move back. So see if you can get as close or bring.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to project my voice. I don't know.
There you go.
I have a brand new Mac.
So yeah. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. And you put all your settings on your mic? You put all the settings?
Did.
You did.
And this is a new mic.
This is the new mic. So this is the mic that you plugged into your Mac?
Yes.
All right. It sounds good. It sounds good. It just when you kind of fade. So I know I'm loud. So I don't want you. I want you to be
just as loud.
Yeah, I want you to be as loud as possible. I want you to be as loud as possible. So you got no sleep.
I didn't.
And anything else go on? Did you talk to your man? Did you have a conversation with your man? Did you talk to anybody?
And so I'm sorry, babe. I have been so busy.
You didn't talk to your man at all yesterday?
So I did briefly, right? Because he had to work and he was going to the next job, and I was in the middle of trying to like pay a bill, and every time he called me, it was knocking me offline. And I was like, I'm gonna call you back. And then I looked up and it was late. So when I called him, he was asleep. And I feel bad. I feel bad.
So you called and you were asleep. That's tough. This is a tough dynamic.
He calls me and I'm like just getting into the sleep. I can't get to the phone. So
this is a tough dynamic, Mo. This is I'm not trying to be Jay Black in this. Oh, damn. Jay Black came and now we're echoing. On point. Jay Black came and the echo happened. Yeah. Once you came in, I'm telling you, this StreamYard is ridiculous.
You gotta just keep Mo muted.
No, but it wasn't Mo. Mo was here. So I don't get what the fuck is going. Like it's like she can't.
You can have multiple people. We can have 9 people on here.
I don't know what's going on.
Good morning, Legs. What up?
We
Legs?
can't. No, we got to figure this out because she's got to
come back.
She tried to leave and come. All right, go leave and come back and see what happens. I'm sorry. Go leave and come. Well, what? Yeah, because you came the third person. Why don't you leave and come back?
I'm not the issue, but I'll do that. Watch this.
Oh, y'all both leave and y'all come back because if this is the problem, then this is gonna be crazy. But we didn't have this.
I know until Jay Black came, he did something.
Nah, because if I mute you, then he is right. Then it goes away. That's crazy. There's something in the settings that's going on.
I'm here. Let me unmute Mo.
Yeah. God damn.
Did Mo leave and come back? Did she leave?
Yes. Set mine around 6:30 for my son's car. Jaquan Mike. Sent mine around 6:30 for my son's car. Okay, thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. If I missed anybody, my bad. I love when somebody says Jeanette sent me $2.85 for the church. I love it. I appreciate that. I appreciate the $2.85. So how was your night, Jay? So we get into this. We got like what we got like
date night. It was intentional Aisha Holman, as she said.
What time did it start? What time did it start? So we can write
It
this
started
down.
at 6:15ish.
6:15. What time did it end? Because you know you need strong 4 hours.
When we came back, we closed the door like she said and locked the door, and it was just us. So it was 6:15.
What time did you fall asleep? Because you probably fell asleep at 9:15.
That's hilarious. I started the night at like 10, and then I did.
And what was the date? What went on for the date night? What was the details like?
She wanted some steaks, so I didn't want steak, so we went over to Longhorn. I said for my burger, this is what I like. Here go Mo with the echo.
Wow.
I said for my burger, Mike. I said, look, I want a little bit of pink, just a little. I want barely none. I want a medium well. My burger came with a lot of pink, Mike.
If you get a medium well, it's going to be pink.
Well, I said something after I ate half of it, and next man I know she came
after you ate half of it.
And then the manager, they took it all off. I was like, see, this is what I'm talking about. I ain't had to pay for my whole meal.
Why did you wait till you ate half of it?
Because I was debating. I still kind of wanted it.
Niggas.
What you mean, niggas? What do you mean? So I got that whole thing for free. I was like, and what they did, they apologized. They gave it for free. Tried to give me some chicken tenders. I said, why would they offer me that?
Because they know you love chicken tenders. Because you black.
Yeah, look, you want some chicken fingers? She ordering shrimp, steak, some spinach dip, some soup she got all this stuff going on. And here I go, let me get a bacon cheeseburger with my fries. I just want my burger, hold the lettuce, tomatoes, onions. I just want the bacon, the cheese, and the burger, and I don't want no pink. Like that's all I ordered. That was me. But yeah, and they gave me a free dessert because of that. So they took my burger and all that off, which I didn't have to pay for. And they gave me free desserts to either stay there with it or take it home. And it was a good day night.
So you must have gave them a tremendous tip.
Here you go.
You must have gave them for them feeding into your every need.
They messed up my meal. I didn't want red. I didn't want all that pink in my burger.
But did you leave them a tremendous tip after they resolved the problem? All they can do is resolve the problem, and they gave you it free, and they actually gave you dessert, and they went above and beyond. So did you give a tremendous tip?
Well, I guess everybody's different. Your definition of tremendous is different from
mine.
What
was the bill? What was the bill? What was the bill?
Come on,
because I know you remember what the bill was, so don't lie. You know exactly what the bill was, to the cent, to the penny. What was the bill?
I know exactly what it was.
What was it?
It was like $65. And then,
$65. So did you leave a $15 tip?
If you would have kept my food and my stuff on there, it would have been closer to 8. I think like 7. Because I brought my own drink.
No,
I had my own little Tito bottles.
Unbelievable.
You know I had to put my little Tito's
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Margarita mix.
So the bill, they took your meal off. So which means if it was 60,
it got down to like 50. I think like $53, something like that. When
okay, so you left a minimum of $15 on the tip.
Okay.
A minimum.
Okay.
That's the minimum.
All right. The 10% is what? $5,
I don't care what
10%
is. I don't care what 10%. You at the minimum. If it was 60, it really should be 20. I think it should be 20.
Either way, I got my food.
What did you leave?
It was a date night.
What did you leave on free?
We got our psychic coming up, Dex. I'm super excited to get Dex back on the show.
Lady Q. What did he leave?
She sleep.
Lady Q, wake up. Somebody wake up, Lady Q. Wake up.
It was adult night. She sleep. She gonna sleep for a while. Where am I at? $65. That is nice. Yeah, no, it was actually when it should have been.
We got to figure this out with Mo. It should have been what? It should have probably been like $80 if they took all your stuff off.
Yeah, because they took the burger and the fries off and then gave me the dessert and then comped the dessert. They put the dessert on the bill and then took it off. I guess they had to see it. That was like $13. But dessert cost $13. Some ice cream and cake. But anyway, it was a good date night. People, make intentional date nights.
How do you eat half the burger and then complain about the shit? That's what's amazing.
Because I was contemplating. You know, you take the first bite.
Because it tasted good.
First off,
the
burger came without bacon. That was the first problem. It came out, I was like, where's my bacon? It didn't have bacon on it initially. So that was one of the first problem. So you got to consider all of that. That was multiple. That was a mistake, and the burger was red. Anyway, don't get me started. But I did get extra bread because, you know, they give you the bread with the butter at Longhorn. So I got extra bread. It was good. It was overall a good. Jay Black, cousin Ash.
No, he is. He is ridiculous. And he knows he's ridiculous. And I don't know why he takes it out on these people. I honestly don't know why he takes it out
I
on them.
didn't take anything. I just said, ma'am. I
What was the
asked
tip that you left? What was the tip? That's what I mean by taking it out on him. What was the tip that you left on the $65? Because I'm sorry, but the minimum really should have been $20. And we got to work this out with Sexy Mo so she can be on here, because this makes no sense. She was perfectly fine, and your square popped up, and all of a sudden she has an echo. So I don't understand exactly what's going on. There's something going on.
Click on see if I think it's Mo. KT.
But there's nothing that Mo's doing, because Mo is fine when we're talking, and then when you pop up, I know he didn't leave $5 for the people.
Oh shit, she up. You supposed to be still asleep. Go
The
sleep.
waitress came up and saw how red it was and asked if he wanted something else. He said it was fine 4 times.
See, I was trying to be nice. Cause this lady was nice. Like, when you're a nice waitress.
So how much did he leave for the tip? Let's just stop the.
I gave 15. I gave 15, like you said. I gave 15.
No, because I was wrong. It should be a minimum of 20.
Well, I gave $15. I told Lady Q round it, because Lady Q do all the stuff. I said, hey, use this card and just make it 15. Boom.
If she was that nice, why didn't you tip her like she was that nice?
I thought about that. She was really nice. And because the money she took off, that should at least been hers plus.
So why didn't you just give her $25 and keep it moving?
Nah, she ain't gonna see me again. Good morning, Diane.
God, man, that's the way people think. That's why
the
nobody
universal
gets
black tip. We leave $5. No, y'all gonna stop disrespecting my peoples.
I'm trying to see what is going on. We need Mo to be on here. Damn it.
Gratuity is parallel.
Why is her situation?
Jay Wills, her service was nice. I ain't gonna lie. Because we switched seats when we first got there. They put us somewhere, and then we was too close to other people. I come up, yo, my man, I knew we need to switch. So we switched, and we weren't supposed to be in her section. So that was the first thing. So I was like, damn, they didn't give this lady extra table.
You switched the whole table?
Yeah, because it was the people next to us was too close. I ain't want to. It was 2 white people right next, like literally, like felt like they in my face. I said, nah, this seat ain't gonna work. I need to go to another booth. I need to go over there. I know you're gonna say I'm difficult. No, I just speak my mind, Mike. I'm not just gonna let some people do what they want to do.
I didn't say nothing, Mr. Paranoia. I ain't say nothing.
Paranoia. I want to be
comfortable. I ain't say nothing. I ain't say nothing.
I speak my thoughts.
I'm
not gonna just stay somewhere because no.
That's fine.
Anyway,
and then you intruded on the woman's space. You went into her section, and then you left her a $15 tip when the woman did everything she could to take care of you and to go above and beyond, and you still couldn't show her no goddamn love.
I showed her a $15 tip is a lot of love, Mike.
No, it's not. No, it's
if
not.
I'm a server and multiple people gave me $15, you start.
First of all, you in her pockets right now. Now you're trying to justify it in the pockets. Oh, my bad. Now you're trying to justify it in the pockets. Talk, Mo. She's muted. She's muted.
I muted myself.
I don't know what it is.
So now I know that it's not my mic.
It's not as bad.
It's not my mic, because what I have done was just use the built-in mic.
Okay.
From the Mac, the brand new MacBook.
We might be able to.
So.
No, it's when I talk now.
See, it's you. It's your square. What is it? It's the visitors. Square. It's the visitors' square. When the guests pop in, I don't understand. Say something again, Jay Black. This is ridiculous on the Cash App.
1, 2. Good morning, Nikki White Chocolate.
And did you check your settings? Is there anything going on with your settings, Jay Black? Because there's something when you come in specifically, it changes everything. There's something.
1, 2.
Let's check. We're doing a mic check in the middle of the show. That's what we do here.
Let's go. We got my psychic coming back, and I'm excited.
My psychic. You know when he glazed out. My psychic is back. My psychic.
He broke down. We'll change this ain't doing nothing.
All right, let's get our shit together. Music. Go ahead, try. Keep talking.
Together. 1, 2. Echo. Sexy Mo's here.
I don't know what does that. That makes no sense. The table moving is cool. Bring the bottle of Tito's is crazy work. Yes.
I had 3 of them.
Oh, that echoes crazy.
I had 3 bottles. I tried to offer Lady Q one. But
what is going on? Like, I know you trying to keep telling the story, but it's not. I don't know. It's you when you come on. Why is that? There's
You
something
still
going
saying
on.
me? Mike, we've been doing this for a long time.
No, I'm saying when you join. Wait. Keep talking.
Sexy mode. No. It's when
It's when
it's reverse. Sometimes it's when you talk. Let me mute her for a second.
no.
Sometimes when you go, it's an echo, but in and out. So now that she came back in, now it's leaning towards mine.
But when you first came in, it wasn't happening. It's when
How
when a
about when I
third
leave? I'm
when a
gonna
third.
unmute her.
No. You gotta listen. You gotta what I'm saying. It's not about you. Stop taking this shit so fucking personal. It's about the third guest that comes in when a third guest. So the reason why I'm saying this is because if it's the third guest, when Dexter comes on, that's going to be the third guest.
KT, click the link. I don't think that's it, Mike.
I'm telling you exactly what just happened. Every time you pop on, Mo is fine until your square pops on. And then an echo, then you begin to echo, and I begin to somewhat echo.
How about we drop Mo for a second, right?
People
let somebody else click the link, and then we'll see.
But he's telling you the sequence of what happens when the echoing starts. So if you drop me and you bring someone else in, it's still not the same variables.
Yeah, but let's see, because I know what he's saying. If a third guest comes in, we got to see if the echo still happens with the third guest, because then the variables, we start shutting down the variables that maybe there's something, because you got a fancy computer.
Y'all need a pre-show before the show.
Hey, get the fuck out of here. You think I'm waking up any early to do a goddamn pre-show? $7 out of his mind. I already wake up at 5:30 anyway, so you need a pre-show. You think I can't get them here at 7 o'clock. You think I'm gonna get them here for a pre-show?
Facts. Well, there's the link. Can somebody just Mo? I'm gonna put Mo.
She's still muted.
Yeah, I had to mute her because I'm here echo. I don't.
All right, so somebody hit the link. So we want to see if you echo. Just somebody hit the link. Listen, people, this is what this show's about. We iron out the kinks while we're on air. This what it is, man. It's just what it is, and we can get into.
Have we tried to mute Jay Black though?
Mute Jay Black.
I'm a mute. Hang on. Nothing to do with you.
All right, mute it. All right.
So
see,
it might just be the plug.
What did I say? The third guest.
Yeah.
There's no echo. It's the third guest. What I've been trying to say, because when we have our guest on here, but for some reason we haven't. No echo. It's the third guest. All right, turn your radio down, listener. Turn your radio down. All right, Dem. Say something. Say something. No, he's good.
Wow.
Now here I go. I'm back.
Now you're echoing.
Now watch. I mute Mo, and then I'm not echoing. Mo's the problem. Not you personally, Mo, but I'm saying like your setup is the problem. Good morning, Dem Dollar.
I think it's because she got that fancy computer, and there's probably something that
there's something computer that I've had since I've come back.
Yeah. We need a class participation. Someone step in. Shit.
Your Dem Dollar step in. Stop saying it's me, Diane. It's not me. It's
because Mo. when we put you on mute, he and I were fine.
No, it's when I talk.
All right, put you on mute. Let me see something. Let's see. 1 2 1 2 1 2. We're fine. Talk, Mo.
Fine. We're fine.
We're fine. Everything's fine.
I hear the isolation. All of that.
We sound incredible. Now
talk. Put Mo on mute, and we're fine. I hear the isolation.
Wait a second. Wait. Stop being so. Why are you so goddamn touchy today? Stop being a fucking touchy little kid today. What the fuck? Now the Mo. You're not muted, right?
No, Mo is muted. That's the problem.
Damn it! I thought you weren't muted. Unmute. Go ahead. It's there's something going on with nothing right now. So please, somebody else talk other than me. Jay Black, say something, please.
There's echo. Oh, she got herself muted. So
no, I just muted. Stop it.
All right. Now you talk, Jay Black. You talk. Go ahead.
An echo.
Because it just went away for a second.
So put yourself on mute, Jay Black.
It's the same.
Put yourself on mute.
And we're back to. It's
How
not.
You doing, Mike? How you doing, Mike?
I'm telling you, it's not just anybody.
Jay Black the whole time.
It is. There's something. There's something going on with this setup. That's what's going on with this. There's something. I don't get it.
Yeah, so I don't think that it's probably not our computers or the setup, the mic setups. It may just very well be the platform.
This is some bullshit. I mean, even
Well,
though we
I
good right
hear
now.
isolated, but I hear like a faint echo from yours, like you're in a
Yeah, I don't know what we're I hear the faint echo, but we were gonna deal with that because Jay, say something. Oh, Jay turns into echo chamber. Fuck. That isn't even that I don't know. I don't know, y'all.
So every time I talk, I just gotta mute Mo. When Mo talks, I just can't say nothing.
Which that defeats the purpose.
So that's what I'm gonna do.
So I guess somebody said maybe we need an
Unplug your
update. Unplug your headphones, sir.
We can try that.
Unplug the headphones. Why would that switch anything if you unplug the headphones? Oh shit.
Well, ain't that?
You're still up.
But he still should be able to
You're
hear.
muted.
He's muted.
You're muted. Unmute yourself. This is the craziest show ever, y'all. We might listen. Send me my Cash App, y'all. This is not a reflection.
I think that StreamYard just wants more money.
1 2 1 2 1 2.
No, it's still echoing out. Oh, listen. Whatever we're gonna do, we're gonna have to do it because we got to get to. Oh, jeez Louise.
Did he go away?
Now we're echoing. This is fucking crazy. All right, y'all.
And he went away. I mean, I've changed my settings. I made sure that the echo cancellation, all of that, those things are on, not only in StreamYard, but I made sure that the echo cancellation was on.
StreamYard, what are you doing this? What are you doing? Now I'm all echoey. What is going on? God damn. Got this whole show set up and these motherfuckers here. What's going on?
Yeah, I don't know. But it's not my setup.
Now my mic's echo. God damn it, man. This is some fucking bull.
Well,
ridiculous.
They left me in the show by myself.
Yo. Now I'm not echoing. So StreamYard, how much money do you want a month to actually get your shit right? Like, how much money do you want a month to get your shit right? Goodness.
1 2. Nope.
All right, man. I don't know what to do, Mo. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen when
I'll play the mute unmute game for the day.
This is fucking crazy, man. Anyway, listen, Florida, there's no vaccinations. Look, I've been really good with handling little glitches and everything like that. But now this is starting to irritate the soul out of me. Goodness gracious.
StreamYard said, look, it's you take the donations today.
It's so fucking full of shit. How are you going to do something as simple as echo people's microphones because a third guest comes on? Listen, if you go to Florida, people, you don't have to do any type of vaccines. You don't have to do anything. Here it goes. They made the announcement, God. They made the announcement.
But what I'm most excited about is an announcement that we're making now, which is that the Florida Department of Health, in partnership with the governor, is going to be working to end all vaccine mandates in Florida law. All of them.
That's where they at. And honestly, y'all, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know if it's good or bad. I don't have enough knowledge to know if it's good or bad. All I know is a fucking echo is gonna stay on this fucking show and drive me crazy all fucking morning.
Yeah, because I'm muted and it's still there. So yeah, it's definitely now it's isolated to just Mo's mic. All right.
This is crazy. We're going to try and work this out this weekend. Like we're gonna work it out this week.
I was muted the whole time.
No, you wasn't. I just did.
But what I'm most excited about is an announcement that we're making now, which is that the Florida Department of Health, in partnership with the governor, is going to be working to end all vaccine mandates in Florida law. All of them. All of them.
So all my doctors, if there's a doctor in the chat, is this supposed to be a good thing or a bad thing? Is this a good thing or a bad thing? Because I don't know. I don't agree with the 30 vaccinations that you have to take. I don't agree, but I also don't know if there should be no vaccines or vaccinations mandated. Now, that means you can choose whether you do it or not, which I'm kind of cool with that. Once again, I am not knowledgeable in this part of a conversation in this field. I'm not. I saw some of the comments that Florida is allegedly an experimental state and that they have been experimenting on Floridians for years. I think we've been experimented on too with vaccines. I think we want to point like they're the experimental rats. I think we all are. I don't know. Shut it down and everyone come back. Everybody ain't shutting it down, making a new link and taking it straight from the top.
Plus, the Dex don't got that link. I had to try to get him the new link. Yeah.
I don't know. Mo's the closest thing to a doctor.
Champ is here. What up, Champ? I ain't seen you in a minute.
Champ, what's going on? That is interesting. No vaccines. I don't know, Champ. I'm not well diverse. Let Mo talk. She's the closest thing to a doctor. I don't know. And she ain't even close.
Not even that not close. See, look, that's great.
Yeah, but when we talk.
So,
Go ahead.
So, but you know what it is? This whole model invokes fear. It invokes fear. It makes people feel pressure to get these these vaccinations. There are some vaccinations that we need. You're talking about smallpox. If you notice that there's been an uptick in certain things that they haven't seen since the 40s and the 30s and so forth, because a lot of parents are opting not to vaccinate their children at all.
And I can understand. I can understand that. And Mike, but go ahead, continue.
So when you do that, they're talking about measles outbreak. Those things that we haven't seen in decades are coming back because more and more people are choosing not to vaccinate their children at all, from even just the basics of chickenpox, measles. What's the other big jab that they used to get back?
Why don't these kids get chickenpox anymore?
Well, in part because you see after so many, I guess, decades or whatever, it's very rare to get it because most people are vaccinated against it.
So if you get the measles, do you automatically, you don't die when you get the measles? My mom said I got the measles. I don't remember. My mom said I got the measles.
I had chickenpox, so growing up.
I got the measles. I got the chickenpox. I was an infected kid. I had everything. I didn't get the mumps, but you don't die from the measles, right?
You can die from any thing that you get. You can die from chickenpox.
But my mom ain't take me to the doctor when I got the chickenpox. She just threw me in a bathtub. And then she made my sister sleep in my bed so she could get the damn chickenpox. So then we
take a bath with this calamine lotion or something.
Yeah, I was like, why is the water look like that? Like, why is the water like that? She just get in. Then I don't want to get in. Then my dad yelled, "Get in!" And then I got in the tub and I sat there, and they told me, even as a kid, I was vain. They said, "Don't scratch because it'll leave a permanent mark." And I saw people with permanent marks, so I ain't scratched nothing because I wasn't leaving a permanent mark. No, not at all. So my point is getting the measles. If it was normally routine, why did we need a vaccine to stop routine stuff like the chicken pox or the mumps? If that was a normal thing, that's what I'm asking. Go ahead, Mo.
In a lot of cases, it was so severe. Yes, even the tuberculosis vaccination. Yes.
Yeah, that one I think we need.
Yeah. So in some cases, you're talking about children were dying from the fever and different things. So yes, vaccinations lowered the mortality rate
of tuberculosis. Yes.
Yes. So
TB. That was TB, right? That was TB.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
So in my profession, I have to get a TB test. Just to ensure that, because I work with kids and work with people. So I have to get a TB test every time that I'm onboarding to a job. However, these are things that preventive measures that save lives and bring down the mortality rate from some of these more serious complications from these diseases. However, when you're talking about, you're getting a lot of people now who do not want to vaccinate their children, but they want to send them to public school, right? So the things that you are, you're now seeing, wow, people say, I haven't seen that since I was a kid. You're starting to see it more.
Does somebody talk to Claude? Somebody have a Claude the ability to talk to Claude and just ask what vaccinations do you think are essential? Like, can somebody talk to their phone? Because obviously we really don't. I mean, Mo's doing the best she can, and she's doing a wonderful job. To LaShawn, who said they had chicken pot parties. I don't know why I feel that's a little weird. I don't know why I thought that was a little weird that y'all just gathered up together and had chicken pot parties. And to the person said, Mike, you didn't watch Grey's Anatomy, you only watched Law and Order. I watched Grey's Anatomy until everybody started having sex with each other. Then I was like, enough. Go ahead, Mo. Go ahead.
So in kindergarten, in order to sign up for kindergarten, you have to have the following. You have to have a DTaP, a Tdap, which is diphtheria, tetanus, and pertussis.
Pertussis.
Yes, you have to have MMR. That's measles, mumps, and rubella.
Okay.
Then you have to have the polio and varicella, which is chickenpox, before entering kindergarten. Now, my son, because they lost his records, he had to one day get all of those shots, like almost in one day, all over again. It was very traumatic.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then, of course, as you get older, you have to have the Hep B and the meningitis.
Okay, so the meningitis, and I had to get that. And something happened with me in meningitis. I'm telling you, I was a sick kid. I had a whole bunch of shit that went on. I don't know. I've actually interviewed parents who believe that there was a certain, I forget what the word was, when they got a bunch of shots, that they believe there's a woman and a man who came when I was in Dallas who said they still believe that those vaccines attributed to their child being on the spectrum and started the autism. That's exactly.
Lady Q hear that? Lady Q get mad when people say stuff like that.
No. She actually, and she was a bigwig out there, and she wasn't the only one, and she believed that, and she had. Listen, people.
That
once
it
again,
can cause autism.
Don't come at me. I'm telling you, she had the facts. I'm not the one to dissect the facts. I'm telling you what.
Facts, that means that it's proven to be truth.
Yes, they was proven to be true. She had other medical people who were agreeing with it, who would not come out and speak on her behalf, but had sat there and told her directly that, yeah, we can't be sure. Listen, I'm paraphrasing. We can't be sure that what you're saying is not true. I don't know. And the scary part is, I don't think any of us know. None of us have a medical degree, unfortunately.
I'm pretty sure Lady Q, every time I hear her debating somebody over this autism and what causes autism, it ain't no damn shot that you can get. Like that, she goes hard with people that, like when you say facts, I'm trying to state your source. Like, where is it showing the data that this caused that? I don't think
these parents are doing the common sense. Nothing was wrong till after the shots were given. This is what, and once again, don't come for me, because I'm just telling you what parents, and one woman is a lawyer, and I want to put too much out there, was a high-powered lawyer in Dallas, and was adamant and was not going to stop. So, and they both said nothing was wrong with my child until after, and there's a name of the group of shots that you take. There's a name to take. Once again, people, I don't know. So I think maybe people are applauding because some people believe that we're getting shot up with stuff that we have no idea what it is, COVID-19. And then if we have no idea what it is, we have no idea how we can understand what it could cause, or does it have anything to do with what happened later down the line? The argument is, if your child is vaccinated, then what does it matter that someone else's kid isn't vaccinated? Your child is still protected. Yeah, now we're on COVID-19. Yes. But also the COVID-19 vaccines didn't go through the same protocol that normal vaccines were supposed to go through, the years upon years. It was a rush situation. Many children are coming down with autism after taking these shots. That's what Diane is saying.
Cousin Ass said she didn't give, she just had baby CJ. She didn't let him get all them shots. I told him, nah, we good over here, son.
I heard that too, Mr. Sean. The Mrs. Sean is hilarious. And when you get older, get that shingles vaccination. I was thinking about getting that because my mom had it.
So you can get shingles at any age.
Yes.
It's not something that the chickenpox virus actually lives in your nervous system forever.
Yeah,
it lies dormant.
Autism. KT said there are studies showing it is not from the vaccines.
Maybe we just need an expert. Not saying y'all not experts. We just need an expert somehow or another on both sides. Because that is not my lane. Yes, I heard some vaccines cause children to be in the spectrum. Yeah,
but there's no evidence-based studies that concretely stipulate that autism comes from vaccines. Just like there's no concrete evidence-based studies that it comes from one single source.
I'm late to the party. I thought we were talking about astrology. Yes, Lois, the psychic is coming to 8
it's coming. And the echo is we're trying to fight through it. I'm trying not to.
Yeah, our psychic, our medium, our tarot card reader, Dex, will be here at the top of the hour, 8 minutes to the top of the hour. He'll be here. Make that 7 now. But yes, Lois, hang in there. I know you're coming for the psychic. If you want a reading, I forgot what he needs. It's been so long since we had him on. I think it used to be just the birth month and day, not the year, because a lot of people don't want to give up their years.
And this is the thing I just want to bring into with even when I'm reading this. So obviously when I read this, and this is not the Bible. It says, no, there are no credible scientific evidence that vaccines cause autism. Extensive, large-scale global studies involving millions, they say millions of children over the last several decades. I wonder if these millions of children knew that they were part of this, but have consistently found no link between vaccines and autism and the spectrum. Then one of them says the study, there was one study that was fraudulent, and there's another, the MMR vaccine study tracking over 650,000 Danish children found absolutely no difference in autism rates between vaccinated and unvaccinated children. Now, when you say stuff like that, Danish children, but what vaccines were they required to take? Like, we don't know what vaccines they were required to take. And this evidence, and have these tests been done after more and more and more vaccines have been added?
Remember Trump said it was Tylenol causing autism?
Yeah, I mean, we but this is the crazy thing, y'all. This is the crazy thing. When somebody says, first of all, what Trump says is what Trump says. I don't believe it. I don't co-sign it. But if somebody were to say that, and 20 years later we find out that it's true, we'd be like, oh shit. Because this is the problem of living in a society that we're lied to about everything. We're lied to about everything. So it's like, how do you figure out? It's basically you just wish for the best. Mom and dad just doing drugs, cocaine and pot will affect the fetus. Well, Jane
was saying it's probably in the bloodline of the parents.
I'm sorry. I didn't drink. I didn't smoke.
And my
son
is
on the spectrum. I did not drink. I did not smoke. So let's not, let's dispel that myth. Yes, do drugs and alcohol contribute to different fetuses and developmental things? Yes, but this wasn't the case for me.
Okay, and I don't want to be too much into this, but I'm just going to ask this. What do they tell you as parents what the cause is? And is it a different explanation for every parent? Go.
No, there is no explanation because there's no evidence-based study out there that a physician is going to stand on and say, this is the definitive cause of your child having, being on the autism spectrum. It's just not. Wow. I've not met one doctor who said, this is why your son is on the autism spectrum. It came from this.
And you got 3 moms that watch Lady Q. You got Sexy Mode. You got KT. You got 3 moms with, kids that's on the spectrum. And I don't think they did drugs. I don't think they, KT clicking the link.
But my question is, that is problematic just what Mo just said, and it's devastating for a doctor to tell you they can't tell you how it happened or what caused this, but then they want you to believe them when they tell you what doesn't cause it. That KT, that to me is problematic, and and my heart goes out to y'all because somebody telling me they don't know how, but they're gonna tell me, but we know this didn't. How? That doesn't even make any logical sense. But go ahead, KT.
I just wanted to jump in. Mo Mo pretty much hit it on the head. But in addition to that comment about the drugs and whatnot, I wasn't on drugs when I was had my son or anything like that either. But Jane also said what you eat could have caused your child to have autism. I don't know if y'all caught that in the comments or not. Please explain that to me because that is definitely a new one. That's a new one on me.
I think that Jane was referring to like the pesticides and the different things that they put, the genetically modified foods that we eat. I don't think that she
Ah,
was specifically talking about food, because that has
okay.
come up. They say, oh, if you want your child, and I hate to use the word healed from autism,
You're
do a
right.
gluten-free diet,
Hmm.
do all natural
Detoxes and
detox, those things. So I think that they were Jane was hitting on the fact that maybe because they do say maybe environmental factors, all of the
mhm,
things, right, that they try to attribute to or contribute to being on the autism spectrum. But there's no evidence-based study that says that one thing or the other is the determining factor of why your child is on the autism spectrum.
right.
I mean, that is wow. I didn't think we were gonna go into this, but the more y'all explain it to me, and I'm sorry to sound naive because I'm not, and I don't mean to be rude by sounding naive. For that is to tell me you don't know how, and not to give me any type of answer on that. But then, like I said, to tell me, well, we know it definitely doesn't. How do you know this? So this is like a mysterious, sad phenomenon then. And I think Craig made a point. They would never say it was because of the foods. I mean, that's something that would, if that was true, they would do everything in their power to hide
Hmm.
that.
Hmm. I think they're doing everything in their power to hide it now, but that's just the little conspiracy theorist in me. But I think they know, and I think there are variables. I think it varies. I don't think there's just one thing. Um, I had a few different things happen during my pregnancy, during my child labor,
Mm-hmm.
and then, vaccines came into play. I actually watched my son regress. He was talking at one point. I watched him lose his language. So it could have been anything.
Wow.
And that's common too with KT's talking about that, which is another thing that parents who have children on the spectrum, they're like, but he was just talking. He or she was just talking.
Hmm.
Their speech and their language, developmental wise, was fine, and then you see the regression in
Hmm.
speech, and that doesn't happen to everyone, but that's why they call it a spectrum disorder because every child is different. Every child, and it's a developmental disorder. Please stop calling it a mental health disorder. It is a
It is
developmental
not a
disorder.
mental health disorder.
And
That pisses me off too.
Team Bush
But
says, I honestly never asked what causes it. I know my
right.
son was shot with the D with it. I knew he was on the spectrum when he was like 3 months old, and
And
and,
for
and that's got to be super frustrating to go like, my child was fine until
Hmm.
this day,
Hmm.
and you would think until this day, if these doctors and these medical professionals would go like, okay, well, let's now examine every single thing that happened, because I thought that's kind of like what researching is, to break
I don't
down the
know about to
variables.
this day because I think as parents you find out. I think you were born that way. You just didn't notice until 3 months in, or you didn't notice till 6 months in. that wait a minute, he's not hitting these milestones, or
Mhm.
she's not doing the
But
typical
what
things.
if the child
That's
is
why it's
hitting the milestone?
developmental.
But what if the child
There's
is hitting the milestones and then
so
all of
for
a sudden stops?
I can answer to that. So for Bryce, he actually was still hitting a lot of milestones. He walked on time. When he was speaking, he started speaking on time. He was, his diet, his eating, and everything was running like clockwork the way it should. And then, like I said, one day I realized, okay, you're not speaking to me the same. You're not singing the same. You're not saying all the characters' names on the. He was about 2. You're not saying all the characters' names anymore. I could hear when he was trying to speak, it was faster. It was almost like his mouth couldn't catch up to his brain anymore. And then in the midst of that was when I started seeing the behaviors. He started toe walking. He started clapping a lot. He was literally running around in circles. Those were things that just came as he developed. That's another reason why they say it is a developmental thing. I couldn't tell. If I knew then what I know now, I would have known when he was a few months old
Put put
because there are certain things I know now. But
put Asha's comment up real quick because I think this is once again none of us are doctors. All we're trying to do is use good old common sense.
Let me just
I
make
also feel that a timeline needs to be studied because it seems as though since the early, and I saw this, since the early 2000s, autism rates went through the roof. What else was going on during that time?
So
That's all I'm asking.
I can even speak to that.
mhm,
When you're talking about from a diagnosis standpoint,
right.
that wasn't even in we call it the DSM-5, right? That wasn't in the previous manuals used to diagnose children. It was, you saw in the early 2000s when I first got in the field, you saw a lot of PDD diagnoses and autism rule outs. And so before they didn't want to even diagnose your child before they were 5,
Right.
unless they had a neurologist come in. But a lot of the psychologists, they didn't want to put that diagnosis onto your child at such an early age. um, you notice early intervention, they say anything past the 2.5 year mark is no longer a they call it, they start, you have to have a diagnosis after that, right?
Mhm.
So it's a lot of things that have changed, studies. And again, it's an autism spectrum disorder, so it mimics a lot of other disorders
Okay.
such as speech and language disorder, or receptive speech and language disorder.
so we can get a specialist. I just know our psychic is here. That's
All
all I
right,
know. Our
we'll bring
psychic
the
is here.
psychic. Thank you,
I
KT. Thank you. That was this is.
This was
I'll just
interesting.
I'm just gonna hold all these other topics.
There's a lot.
Yes, this gentleman was with us a while ago and was amazing at what he does. And actually, well, let's bring Dexter in here. Let's bring our psychic Dexter in here.
Good morning.
Dexter
Good morning. Good morning. Good
Bowman,
morning.
Yo, hey,
welcome back, sir.
Welcome back.
how's it going? Long time no see. Beautiful people. What's going on?
Now, once again, we have to say, listen. All I can tell you is my experience and what my experience with this gentleman. And I had asked him for a reading, and he gave me a reading where he said, "Your next month is going to be incredibly busy. It is going to be incredibly busy. It's going to be fruitful. There's going to be a lot of money involved, and it's going to be great as long as you can make it through." Right? Said as long as you could make it through. That month was booked. That month was booked solid. That was a month where I was going to perform at the Apollo. That month is I had a show that was going to be locally. I had about 6 or 7 shows that were booked. And he said, as long as you can get through it. And my mind was, the fuck is you talking about? As long as you can get through it. What do you mean? Well, in the middle of that month, I went on a drinking binge where I was literally ordering liquor to the house and putting it in the garage. You can actually get it like DoorDash. And probably 90% of the shows I didn't make it to. This is not me saying everything he says is absolutely 100% true, because I don't want y'all coming back here and be like, oh, you motherfuckers, you do. I'm just saying what he read. He read a month. He read a month to me and specifically said, as long as you can get through it.
And had me
And I
lying,
didn't.
telling people Mike had COVID. Mike had COVID. Nah, he was just drunk.
Yeah.
I'm lying to everybody. And also, Dex nailed me too. Pause.
Yeah, wow. He nailed you. All right,
No, Dex had told me and Lady Q that a baby was coming. He said, I see a baby, cause y'all gonna have a baby coming in the house. And I'm like, yo, my wife better not be getting pregnant, cause this ain't happening. And I was nervous. I started thinking about, we gotta get this vasectomy. You gotta get something, because we not having no
You started
kids.
bringing condoms in the house. It was crazy. I said, Jay, you gotta chill, dog. You married. Like, what are we doing?
But reality was, a baby did come. Me and my wife had no idea that our daughter was pregnant. And then bam, we had a baby in the house. So I'm like, it wasn't me and Lady Q. It was our daughter. Dex has been on point with so many things that he predicted and said. Wow. So we're just glad to have you back. We appreciate you. Let me put your IG up there for people that might. Go ahead.
I always say, when it comes to like readings, and I've been doing this a long time, it's important to not try to assume you know how the outcome is going to play out, or how whatever your psychic or spiritual advisor tells you the outcome is going to be. You don't know how the universe is going to conspire to make those things come together and happen. The universe has unlimited potential in opening doors, closing doors, bringing people in, removing people, shaking things up when necessary, elevating you to higher heights. I mean, there's just unlimited potential when it comes to things. And I remember texting you, Jay Black, and saying, get ready for the baby shower.
Yeah, I get ready for the baby shower. And I was like, you don't know what he talk about.
I know. And that's the hardest part, I think, of being a psychic, is telling somebody something that they reject. But as I say at the beginning of all my sessions, you can't verify the future, and neither can I. But you asked me what I saw, and my only job is to tell you what my vision is showing me. And we have to put it on the calendar and come back and reflect. And so that's why I'm grateful you guys asked me to come back. It's so good to be here. It's been like 5 years, 4 years.
4 years.
Wow, that's crazy that we've been doing this for this long. Okay.
It was pandemic time that we all kind of converged.
So let's get to this. In order for you to do a reading properly, what information do you need?
In a regular professional setting, just permission.
Okay.
Permission from the person to read their energy. If people have specific questions or life areas that they're curious about, they typically ask those. When people call me for a reading, I do like this 3 inspections now of your energy body. One is where I stand you in front of a panoramic window and see what life looks like through your eyes. The second is I send you a present or loving kindness in the form of a present in my mind's eye, and see what your energy body does. That tells me how willing you are to receive gifts from the universe, what your energy is like with regard to giving and receiving. And the third is I tune into your aura and kind of see what that energy is doing. If something's draining on you, if something's become attached to you, if somebody sent you some energy that actually hit its target. So I've been in psychic development since we've chatted. So
wow, that is a process that you got going on now. That's a definite process. And listen, I'm worried. I really don't want to do this, but I'm going to start it off, and then we're going to open it up to everybody. It is August. It is August 7th. Do I want to do the love life? Because the love life is the love life. Who
So
cares?
you
Like,
don't
it
need
happens,
his
it
birth
happens.
month anymore? I remember you used to say your zodiac
I
sign is something.
I didn't know he was. So the question that came to me was, what do I need in order to do a reading?
No, what are we required to give you? Like, what would you require?
Today. Well, for today, yeah. Just if there's a life area and a birth date, that kind of that jumps it off. Or if there's a specific question, I don't need the year. If there's a specific question, I prefer them to be asked in full sentences and responses to come in full sentences, because that allows me to go deeper.
Okay, so here's my full sentence. I'm wondering professionally, things have gotten busy in my profession of comedy and doing this show and doing radio and being back on radio in Philadelphia and Dallas. What do you see in my professional life for the next month or two? And
Yeah.
what should I be prepared for? Because I didn't know a relapse was going to be what I needed to be prepared for. I didn't know I was going to go down the darkness, but I did. So let's see. Let's see. And that's my co-parent. Stacy pops up. Exactly. This is my co-parenter. Like exactly. Okay. Because that's why I'm glad I didn't do relationships. I'm glad I ain't asked about relationships.
Maybe I can ask about that one for you. His birthday is March the 2nd, by the way.
My birthday is March 2nd.
thank
I'm a
you.
Pisces.
So I remember Pisces, but thank you for the birthday. So one of the things that's happening right now is as soon as I tuned into you first, Mike, before I tuned in, because I figured you would probably want to chat. There's a movement of good luck happening in the area of your horoscope associated with creativity. And so there's like lots of new material you're developing. I don't know if you already started developing it or saying that you need to start adding some new things. There's like some new material coming through the next 3 months. This is August, September, October. By the time we get to the end of October, which is also a really harmonious time for you, you seem exhausted. So I think learning how to say yes, yes, and yes, but, or even just flat out no is also warranted. There's a little bit of fear there that if you let something pass by, it might not come back again, and that can lead to another relapse, which I do see happening if you don't pace yourself. We're currently in summer season, which is the season of heat and intensity. So right now, the desire nature is strong. It's important that when the atmosphere is intense and hot like it is in the summer season, that we go cool and calm on the interior, that we stay level-headed, that we process, that we take a moment, that we drink our water, that we get enough rest when we're tired. Also, too, it's important to eat cooling foods, I would say, for you as well, because your moods shift. I don't know if you've been irritated lately or just overwhelmed, but your moods are wonky. They're static on your energy body. So I would recommend some berries or melon or green leafy vegetables to be in your diet just to help cool off the system. Lemon also works really well for that. So I see you reaching high heights over the next year. There's a year of good luck, and it only comes around every 12 years. So you can look back 12 years and see kind of how your creativity might have blossomed 12 years ago. 26 minus 12 is something. What is that? 14? 2014?
2014.
So you can look around 2014 and see the last time.
2014. That's when the job. That's around exactly the time I got the job that took me out to Dallas. That started. That would.
I'm more concerned that you got something going on. You might relapse.
And with the relapse, and it's funny that you said that because I've found myself now. It's so funny. People think I don't like scheduling a lot of stuff because I basically am lazy or some sort. But I'm not the type that likes to schedule back to back and then back to back because my brain gets stressed automatically. Just the thought, not the actual action of doing it, the thought gets me kicked up. So what I've had to do is the best I can is spread what you just said. What I've done is I've spread things out. Like my recording, instead of doing it on a day where I'm trying to knock it all out, I've broken it up into 2 days. And then what I've done is everything I've done now is I had to organize the material that you were just talking about. I've had to organize my segments where I say on Monday, I'm going to write this thing called the Selfish Minute. And I'm going to put my ideas. And then I break it up where on Wednesday, so I spread it out so I don't feel like on this day I have to knock everything out and then bring it all together. But that's always been a pet peeve of mine of scheduling too much shit because for some reason, just the thought makes me feel some type of way.
You get overwhelmed.
And sometimes when it actually happens, there's no overwhelmed feeling. And I go like, why did I make such a big deal out of this? This wasn't a big deal. But it's just the thought of it gets me. Okay.
Do you see him staying single long? Do you see any committed relationships in the future for Mike? Relationships wise?
Mike, do you want me to answer that question?
Yes, answer the question. Go ahead. I just didn't want to waste your time on it because, everybody wants to know.
Just curious.
But, yeah,
is Mike going to stay single?
Am I going to stay single?
Yeah, I see a couple of different stops and starts. I don't know if your tolerance level is low or if you just are wanting people to show up in a way that they're not showing up. But it doesn't look like until February something actually starts to really click. But I do see you engaging with, potential love interest. I just don't see. I also see you kind of getting turned off really easily. So I don't know. Like I said, if your patience is low, or if you just don't have time for a lot, it's a very dismissive energy right now. You're in, you're in. If you're not, you're not. So yeah, but I think that's a good place to be. If I take a look once again, the area that's associated with creativity is also associated with romance. So you will have a lot of romantic potential coming through, but that also can be exhausting. With the good luck planet, when the good luck planet moves into any area of our horoscope, we have to be careful what we ask for because we're likely to get it, and we're likely to get an abundance of it. So
Mm.
that can be add stress as well. Managing, sampling, dating, getting to know you phase with multiple people at one time, that seems oppressive for you as well. So your
Yeah, so
energy
it's,
body is very sensitive. And I told you before, you have a lot of psychic energy. So your energy body is very sensitive. You have to safeguard your energy body because then it will begin to look for ways to kind of keep going. And that's when we lead into um, other behaviors that are
so it's
habitual.
good to spin the block with something familiar, Mike. I think that's what he was trying to say. All right, let's.
You know, I don't know
But
if I,
what did you mean by
I
that
don't know.
last comment? That last comment you said. Repeat that. What? Because
Yeah.
that was interesting. I have to be
So
careful of.
So you have to be careful of just being overwhelmed in every arena of your life because all of
Oh,
them lead to the need to reach for something for support. And the first thing that typically happens, especially when our nervous system is overwhelmed, is we reach for our habits, whatever our habits are.
Mhm.
Sometimes they're healthy habits, sometimes they're not so healthy habits. It's really up to the person involved. But if you have a history, that means you have to be really diligent and guard your energy body um, jealously. So I think it's appropriate that I'm seeing you pushing away people who are, um, what's the word I want to say,
mm, helping your
not the right
grow.
type, not the right vibe. But I see February. And like I said, something clicks in February. But so in the
Let me
meantime,
write
I would
this
say
down.
keep it light, just have fun. Don't give yourself, don't apply too much pressure, and don't let anybody pressure you. I do see somebody pressing you.
All right,
Um,
Dex.
and
You
that's
you
having
see
an
somebody pressing me? You do see somebody
yeah,
pressing me?
yeah, for like a relationship or like definitions coming up in September, between October. Oh, I haven't
Interesting.
even turned over any cards, but y'all know I don't really need those to read.
Yeah, I'm
There's
a
an energy of
Virgo, Dex.
starting over top of you.
I'm a
Yeah.
Virgo. August 26th, Dex. What do you see for Virgos? August 26th is the birth date. Do you see financial troubles? Do you see
Wait.
financial brightness? Like, what did you see financially? Mo, mute you. Mo, I'm in mute. Mo, what is she doing?
Wait. Why
Echoing.
did you? Why did you do that?
Stay focused. August 26th, Dex. What do you see for Jamal? J Black, what do you see?
Uh, you mean just like in general?
Financially, do you see financial troubles or do you see financial brightness? I'm curious about the finances. I feel like
Okay. Well,
relationship
finance.
been good.
All right, cool. Well, finance is one of the first things that I'm showing here. Venus just moved into Libra in the area of your horoscope associated with revenue and income. So it looks like you might be like wanting to like spend money for a good time, but it also at the same time looks like there's some things that you want to save up for. There's a big dialogue around saving for you at this time, and I don't know if it's you just cutting back on spending or if you are developing some kind of a plan with your income. The number eight is showing up over here, and it looks like you're trying to conserve what you have. But at the same time, there's stuff that needs to be bought. There's some kind of. Have you had like any expenses recently that have you need to pay for, or are you in the planning process of buying
Yeah,
something?
yeah. My
A couple
son need
things.
a new bedroom set. Yeah, there's a couple things going on that I
Yeah,
need
so
to.
number eight is work it out energy. It's also the energy over spending. And I think that the key here is to not be too much in a rush. The earth energy here is a slow energy. So if you can, save up the money or do a down payment or work something out. Also, too, give me a second. There's some new opportunity for income coming up for you as well, but that comes in October.
That's a good thing. All right,
It's a new opportunity for
October,
some revenue.
a new
October's big
opportunity.
for you too. Well, but Virgo and Pisces are on the same axis as constellations in our sky. So whenever Pisces is having improvement. So is Virgo. That's always the case. So,
Yo,
so
that's
yeah.
wild.
So
That
October, I'm mentioning that because October came up twice.
I wonder if what
For
Mike got going on affects me.
he just
what?
said it. That's what he
Yeah.
just said.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pisces and Virgo.
You don't
Interesting.
be listening when he be talking.
No,
Yo.
I started thinking what could be coming up in October. To be honest, what could be coming? What I got to stay ready. Relationship is good. All right.
He just
So
said we on the
something.
same
I've,
axle.
I've I've never, whenever I've guessed about how something's going to show up, and I said this before, I've always been wrong. So when I receive something, we just kind of have to mark our calendar and kind of pay attention to the clues we were given, and everything is made clear when it's time.
So October seems like that's a big month. That's a big month. And Mo,
It
I don't want to
is.
leave you out because I know so October is a big month. Mo, go ahead.
Thank you, because Jay Black appears to always feel like he's the only Virgo in the room. I am a true Virgo because Jay Black is August 26th. He's coming out of the Leo, like,
True.
so he kind of teeter totter. I am a
True.
true Virgo, September the
Right on.
15th.
Yeah, oh yeah, you're right in the, yeah, smack dab.
The real Virgos.
There's a difference between August and September Virgos. It's stark. Yeah.
You.
I bet
In
yours
fact,
ain't popping in October.
each sign changes its vibe every 10 days. So each sign lasts about 30 days. So every 10 days the vibe changes. Like December Capricorns are different than January ones. Um, so did you were we pumping to you for a question, or did you just wanted to say hi?
Yes. Well, first of all, hello, because I miss you so.
Hey,
I'm glad your
yeah,
energy is so
likewise.
good when you come on the show.
Thank you.
However, I would like to let's take a dive into my love life, because Jay Black is always on me about my love life.
Mm.
He says disparaging things.
Sorry.
You're never gonna get married. Those disparaging, things that he says to me. So I want to know what's in store for me, my love life and financially. What does this Virgo have in store?
Yeah. So one of the first things I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start turning over a couple cards here. The turn over Oracle card here, and the first thing that shows up is the card called Strong Power, and it says you tap into reserves you didn't know you had, and they help you get to the next level. I'll emphasize that this energy over top of you is you reclaiming your power and really starting to tap into what it is that you want. There's the garnet that's shown on this card here is a precious stone. It's a warming stone. It's typically associated with Capricorn energy, which for Virgo is the energy of true love, but it's also the energy of creative inspiration and personal development. So I do think you're ready to step out of just doing the single thing. You do seem to be turning a page when it comes to wanting to date. I do see two suitors showing up between now and December. Um, let's see where it goes. You seem skeptical about love and relationships. Let's just call a spade a spade. There's a skeptical energy over top of you when it comes to um, investing your time and energy until somebody has proven, which actually makes sense. But there's also a level of being proven right, and so now the guard is well established. The armor. Does that make sense? The experiences that have proven us right help us create or reinforce structures for safety. And when we talk about the romantic energy in astrology, it's the energy of vulnerability or opening up from the heart space. But it is important that we pick the right people so that the chemistry naturally allows our heart space to open and that it's not forced. Interestingly enough, although I do see two suitors in December, I don't think that either of them feel like a love connection for you. Oh, sorry, but let's see here. This number five is saying don't give up hope. Like, just continue to put yourself in spaces where you are inspired or inspired to go. And it does look like, I mean, there's a little bit of a down period um, through March. So between now and December, I see two suitors, and then there's something that shows up in March that
That's
has a little bit more fortitude.
that's crazy because she's in a committed relationship right now. So the fact that two suitors are gonna come around and be like, hello.
Well, it's a
What?
long
Sorry.
distance. It's a
Well,
long
It's a
distance
long
from
distance relationship that she has
Atlanta to Philly. I
in
mean to
Atlanta to
South
Philly.
Jersey. Yeah,
oh, it's
so
beautiful.
And do you hear the disgust in Jay Black's voice? Like, do you hear the disparaging? I mean, it's long distance, and it's from Atlanta
she
to
just
And
supposed to
I
get
hear the
married.
excitement that
Every
you got two suitors. I got excitement in my voice.
Well,
Dex,
well,
she was
maybe,
supposed to get
maybe,
married every year for the last 3 years. She ain't got married yet.
maybe I'm a psychic. I'm coming in with just visuals. So maybe it's two visits with your current partner. Do you know what I mean? I said two between now and December. I don't know what your commuter schedule is like when it comes to getting together. And then I see something happening in March. But as I said, the energy over this is one of retraction. So whether you have arrived at where the cards say you're headed yet is between you and your
and
partner.
his birthday is
Um,
December 22nd, and because you
oh, isn't that
mentioned
interesting?
Capricorn,
Yeah.
mm,
So interesting. I said December is also a period of time where you and a suitor, if you're not married, we'll say your boyfriend is a suitor,
Uh-huh.
have an encounter. I didn't say that they were two different people, but I did say two people. It could be two encounters.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Appreciate
as I
that.
said, the number five of swords here is where we really start to ask ourselves some hard questions. The sword energy is the hard bargain energy, which is
Oh.
hard questions about sustainability, and
What are
that
we
is a
doing?
conversation that's
Playing
happening
games.
between now and December.
Make,
Um, and when I said, you seem to be tired of being alone, that the commute seems to have put a bit of a strain on the experience. So I mean, these are just honest things that honest people in honest long distance relationships have to discuss. Does that make sense? They have to
yep.
experience that. When I was
Understood.
in a relationship and I was in Greece and my partner at the time was in the Philippines, it was tough, very tough.
Yeah, that is that. Now that, but I think she all this stuff seems to be accurate. If the birthday's coming up in December, there are some questions. You guys have been together for a long time. I'm not speaking out of turn. You've been together for a long time. I don't know which one of you, but somebody at some point may say, where are we taking this? When are we taking this to the? When are we winning the Super Bowl with this? When are we gonna to make
Mm.
the man and wife commitment? I don't think that's
Mm.
odd. I
The,
think that's pretty natural.
the Hermit card is circumstantial, and the Hermit card is showing up over top of you, which is typically associated with Virgo. But this card has a level of exhaustion over doing things solo. So
She tired of being alone. I told y'all this. Long
that was the
distance
first thing
ain't
I
it for
said, that
Mo.
you seem to be wanting
I could do
more
this. I could do
companionship.
this. Psychic.
And you don't have to confirm or deny. We talk about your personal life, but
All right, let's
I know that you can receive what I'm saying and process.
I
let,
receive everything that you always say, and I am receiving what you're saying right now and processing. To know me, is to know that I do take on a lot, and I am going through a phase of elevation right now, um, in my personal life and professional life, and so you're on target. It may not appear how Jay Black wants it to appear, but I am. It's resonating with me. Now, can we
All
get
right
to the
on.
bag? What is the money gonna look like?
come on. I was trying to talk to a couple people.
We got to get to Rashida, but go ahead quickly. I don't mean to say quickly because I don't want you to rush through this, but we do have to get to Rashida. Go ahead. She wants to know about the finances.
Sure, I can give you 5 more minutes and then I have to take calls on my hotline.
Okay.
So finances, let's see. All right, give me a moment. Because I'm tuning into some things and you seem to be magnetizing some money to you, but give me a moment. Okay, but it hasn't come yet. It's going to come through some kind of creative means that hasn't been delivered yet. I do think that by the end of this month, you start to see some movement in terms of opportunity. The moon card showing up here, which is upside down, is indicating that there's the timing is in play here when it comes to money. Oftentimes, too, whenever the moon card shows up, it indicates that we're usually sitting on some kind of cash cow.
Mm.
So you might be sitting on some talent or skill set that you haven't used in a while or haven't considered or have been working on figuring out how to deliver to the world at large. Once again, the moon is partially hidden at times and then also visible at times. Timing always comes into play whenever the moon is involved. It typically involves about 30 days. So the fact that you've been asking this question says that you're already on the right path. Since it's upside down when it showed up, means it's not time yet. So it's on the way. I am seeing you. I don't know if you even have a direction for where you want this money to go. I would start there. There's an energy over top of you of wanting money, but oh, you already have an idea? You have some ideas about what you want to spend it on?
I do.
Okay, all right. There's an energy, and it's a large purchase too. I'm seeing you fanning out some
What's
cash.
the hotline number,
So it's
Dex? Because you were saying there's a hotline you got to check. You saying like through your IG? Like if people want to get a reading, what's
yeah.
the
So I can't type in the chat. I would type in the booking link. So on IG, that link right there will take you. You just click that link and then click psychic services, and that takes you right to the self service booking link. And I read about 4 days a week, so morning and evening availability. If anybody is interested. Oh, perfect. Yeah, I love this. Oh, I love the screen and screen. Some good stuff
yeah?
there too. Like I was doing evil eye testing. I got to take that down. I stopped doing that. But some good dialogues. You can check out some stuff I posted on TikTok as well if you're interested. But psychic services at the top.
Got it.
What, and I know you got to get out of here. When you do you want
It's
to
just two
do
dollars a minute, by the way, if anybody's curious. Go ahead.
So
$2 a
what?
minute?
$2 a minute.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess you just put your card in information once you call, and then it goes from there.
Yeah, so you go into service booking, you pick your time and day, and you just pay. If you don't have to, it's through PayPal, but you don't have to have a PayPal account. You can just pay as a guest and use your card or debit card. You don't
Uh,
have to
uh,
log in at all. Sometimes people think they have to log in.
Oh yeah, just selected
How many
appointments. Oh
hours
yeah, Deborah
on a
right there.
daily? How many hours like can you do? This has got to be somebody asked. This has got to be exhausting for
Yeah,
you to be able to tap into a gift that you have. How many
yeah,
hours is there a break time, or do you say after
yes,
2 straight hours I gotta chill, or is there
yes.
a time limit? How do you fragment it?
Actually, I only do 2 hour segments at a time. Yeah, I found that at by the 2 hour mark of steady reading, even if it's back to back to back readings, I'm spent. And when a psychic is using their mind's eye or their imagination, imagine visualizing something like an apple and trying to hold that for 2 hours, trying to hold a visualization of an apple and describe it
Wow.
in detail for 2 hours straight, or to change to now seeing a candle and describing the candle for two. You get what I'm saying? Like
Right, right,
your
right,
mind's
right.
eye would get
Yeah.
fatigued. So I don't want to be fatigued ever when I'm reading for somebody.
And he's
Most
a
of
medium too, Mike, so he can tap into the our souls of our family and loved ones that moved on.
Yeah,
Which
yeah,
I remember
Wow.
he explained that before, how that's an exhausting process when the souls come in, and he broke it down before back in the day.
How
it
hard is it for
yeah,
you to go ahead? Go. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dex.
I was just going to say it can be a little exhausting. The most challenging part of being a psychic, I would say, is um, making sure that we coach clients to have an open mind when it comes to the material that's coming through. The most challenging part of a psychic is for a client to have asked for information, receive information, and then have it rejected when it hasn't even happened yet.
Right.
And so, as I say, since I can't verify the future and neither can you, the only person who can verify the future is the calendar. So we really have to use the calendar and respect it and allow things to develop. This is why some of y'all soul spirit guides don't talk to you as frequently, and it's why some of your loved ones don't visit as frequently, because you didn't dismiss what you've received as imagination, play, you're being silly, etc. Leave a little room for the Holy Ghost. Is what I would recommend.
No facts. And how? I mean, because you're very blunt with what you said with my reading about a relapse, a potential relapse. How
Mm-hmm.
hard is it that for me that's a major reading for
I
somebody to
know.
tell me that, because
I
that
know.
that can lead to death and things of that.
Yes.
How
Yep.
hard is it to give somebody a warning? Because most people want to come up here and be told that the money's coming in, that you're gonna meet the love of your life. How hard is it to tell them, to give them the warning, which basically what this is, especially when it's drastic?
Yeah. You almost had me choke up for a second because I have given a reading to at least two friends who have died. And
Oh wow.
and both times it showed up in their reading. And once you sat with a loved one from a place of loving kindness and delivered information. Now, it never came through as death. Let me start there. Death is always at the table for each of us. We have a timer, we have a clock. It's a part of our spiritual contract. it's something we agreed to. It's a natural part of the aging process. Take care of a plant, take care of a pet, you understand it. But when it shows up in a reading, it never shows up in a way that allows you to avoid it because that's not death's nature. Death is natural. So when I read for a friend who eventually had an overdose,
Wow.
he asked me for a reading in July of 2016. And I sat down with him and I said, and I knew that he had been in and out of rehab, but I never saw him use. I only knew the stories and knew he wasn't lying, and I knew people who knew and had seen. And I said, I see an overdose. And he dismissed it and said, oh, you must be talking about my sister who's visiting from Pittsburgh. She might be trying to keep up with me. I think his drug of choice was heroin. And uh, and then in September, I got a call from a friend that he had had an overdose. So I didn't know that the overdose was him. He didn't know that the overdose was him in the session, but death had arrived in the session. Does that make sense? Death had
Yes.
shown up in the cards and it played out the way it said, but we weren't given information that would allow it to him to change the path. It was there. Another one was a friend called me in January of last year and I tuned into his aura and his aura was sliced in half. And I said to him, I have no idea what that means. It was the most powerful reading he and I had ever done together. And he started bawling, and we had some very powerful sharings during that session. And then in March, he was dead. And so I realized, oh, that slicing of his aura in half was that his time was being cut short, that his time was almost, but it
Whoa.
wasn't for us to digest until it was time for us to experience it. And this is why I come to you guys now, 4 years later, with the dialogue of sometimes you have to sit with it. Sometimes you have to let it play out. Sometimes you don't want it to rush up. Why? Because every time you rush and move the clock forward, you're moving the life clock forward on every other loved one in your life, which means you're missing time that is going to terminate at some point. So it's very important to really respect pacing and not rush to be in too much of a rush for not only your good luck, but also your growth. Let it develop. Roll around in it and do something today that makes today worth it. Is what I would say. And I lost my best friend in April of this year, so I've lost a loved one or two every year since 2023. So yeah.
Mm.
So it is
Wow.
challenging. And
Yeah.
as to answer your question, I'm sorry I took the long way around. I'm so sorry
No,
if I
no, 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 no. That was excellent.
but to answer your question, once you've predicted somebody's death and lived through it, you can tell anybody anything because your tone and the sympathy in your tone, I think, comes across. So when I said what I said
Experience.
to you, you recognize I was just telling you what I saw. And actually, in that reading we did at the beginning of the session, it's something that's avoidable. And so we started talking
Damn.
about safeguards because that was what was delivered.
Wow.
Something that's avoidable.
All
We done
right.
took up all this time. He got work to do. I'm sorry, Rashida. I was gonna end on the funny because I was surfing the
All
internet,
right.
Mike.
We don't need a funny. We don't need a
No,
funny. We
it's
don't need.
Dex singing. It's
Oh
Dex
God, no!
singing.
Oh.
Oh my God! Oh
Look
God,
at Dex,
no!
y'all.
Oh, she may be weary.
I bet you ain't know Dex can sing, Mike.
Oh, don't stop it now.
Young girls, they do get weary wearing that same old shaggy dress. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna stop right there,
No,
man. I
no,
ain't gonna
no.
play. No,
Go,
I don't
keep,
want to
play a
embarrass
little bit
Dex. I
more.
don't want to
Play
embarrass
that.
Dex no further.
Dex, there we go.
Dang.
Who knew Dex could
Dex,
sing?
You
Who knew?
better.
let's
That is
go.
Who knew?
that's
Gotta.
what's wild. You know what's wild? I That was an audition tape that I submitted to my friend who died, that I just was talking about,
I'm
who I gave
sorry.
a reading to, whose time was cut short. No, he was the music director for the BB King Blues Club, and that was my audition tape. So the fact that you went, I recorded that
Wow.
in 2017. So the fact that you went back and got, that's when we met. I met him in 2017. So the
Wow.
fact that you went back and got that just is further confirmation that loved ones come through and they will use other individuals to bring them through. You get
Wow.
what I'm saying? So that was not
Wow.
a coincidence. There's so many other stuff you could have pulled. That
What?
video is
Yeah.
old as hell. You could
Yes.
have pulled any video. That
Anything.
video is
Wow.
so old. I don't even know how you found it. So, just even one more
Wow.
confirmation that it was not expected. Holy moly.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Wow.
Dex, can we have you back because I know we got a lot of people.
Tight schedule. Every
Can we have
Friday.
you back at some point? Because I know you got a busy schedule.
I would
We're
love to
gonna
come back in October if you're having something, or if you're still doing this
okay.
closer
So
to
you,
October.
I promise you're gonna get a bunch of people on that line that are gonna because what we've noticed from our community here is that from actors who have come to do one Malcolm X specials, one man shows called Red, to a young lady who had an amazing fashion show. These people come out and support. And they will, and I'm sure they have tons of questions. Jay Black is gonna make sure we put up the link again so that people
Thank you so
could
much.
reach out to you. Um,
I appreciate you guys for having me.
I didn't know.
I was nervous, but I was excited because it was like a reunion. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
love having you, Dak. We
quite
definitely
quite
love having
comfortable.
you, and we will definitely book you. We'll get you early because we know your schedule is tight, ladies and gentlemen. If you
Yeah,
want that
love to
reading,
come back.
it is $2 a minute. Make sure that means you get directly to the point. Don't be long winded like me because you're paying. So go get directly to
You
the
can be
point.
long winded. It's your time. You can be long winded.
And do well. You can be long winded. Just don't complain. Don't complain then because you got to pay for the services. How this man makes his living. Dexter Bowman-Kendrick, thank you so much for joining us, big dog. I
All right, guys. See
appreciate
you
you.
soon. Thank you so
See you
much for having
soon.
me. It's been a blast.
No
Bye bye.
problem. There you go, y'all.
So, Mike, now since we couldn't get to them other readings, you're going to have to do Rashida. There's a couple people you're going to have to.
You're gonna have to call. You got to get to the link. I'm sorry. That was very unprofessional of us to be that selfish.
That was
For all
we
three
had
of
to
us.
reestablish them for people to know.
Yeah, but all three of us shouldn't have got a reading. Yeah.
But now you tell Rashida what you see for her, Mike.
I'm not gonna even play business and finances with Rashida. I'm not gonna do Leah Frazier. For those who don't know, Leah Frazier is somebody who learned how to. She was studying to read cards and stuff like that. August, January 30th. Go to the link. I'm sorry, Rashida. I know you wanted to future finance and future business and
Jeanette
finances.
had some stuff on there. She
My
wanted to know
daughter
about her
Diamond
daughter.
to move back home. What is a few? Jay, you are a horrible producer.
Yeah, we missed that. You got
No, don't
KT.
we nothing. Don't we nothing. That
You
is
got
your
caught
job.
up. I got nervous when he said you were on relapse.
And I'm sorry, I'm on mute for most of the show, so ain't my fault.
When he said a relapse is intimate or whatever is forthcoming.
No. It could be. He said it could be. He just said it could be.
Dog,
Mute Jay Black for a minute, please,
It ain't got nothing
because
to do with
that's
you.
not what he said. He said there are some things that could potentially cause him to relapse or for that to happen. He didn't say it was concrete. That's anything. So we're going to take that energy and put it right on over there. It's kind of like the guilt sign.
You can't ignore the
No.
fact that Mike gets stressed out, and we got to be
It's
conscious
the
of
yield
that.
sign. So that's what I'm saying. It's the yield sign.
Stacey McCann, we need you, Stacey, on the other side.
No, nobody needs that for that. I that is my job. That is my job to take care of those situations, to be aware of that. And that's something I'm well aware of, that I keep in the front and the back of my mind all the time. All right, we got 15 minutes. The echo, I'm trying not to let it annoy the fuck out of me. And I don't know
That
how.
could be the stress to drive you over the top right there.
You stupid
Mo's
as fuck.
microphone. Like, what is going on? Wait, Dex can sing? Yeah, I found that clip. And how crazy is that? That was the guy that he lost, and that's all correlation. Wow, you're not right, JB. I thought it was funny. I said, oh, look at Dex singing. Who knew? He
Thanks, you good at pillow talk? Just wondering. Jeez, Jane. Oh my God. So anyway, the good old the good old go to when they're trying to distract us. NBA player made a comment about trans men playing in the WNBA. She said she doesn't think it's fair. That's just common sense. Another coach decided to wear a shirt the next time they played against the woman who made the comment, trans kids matter, which is such a pandering.
Trans kids matter.
It's such a pandering. She said nothing about trans kids. And I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole with this trans kid stuff. But I will go to people saying, first of all, I had a conversation with somebody. They were like, it's such a small population of the trans community in this country. Why is this always seem like it's such a big deal? Well, we do think it's a distraction along with other distractions. But people, they also make comments that, that's never going to happen. Well, just to let you know, a trans man playing in the WNBA may happen. This gentleman right now is in France. Right now,
Transgender
in their
French pro
league.
basketball player is in the center of backlash after saying that they wouldn't be against any offer from the WNBA, should there be one, but also stated that it is not possible because they are too old and that there are far better players than them. Julia Tatart averages 21 points per game and is an absolute unit on the court, it seems, leading the French league.
So that first of all, I just don't know why we have to deal with something that looks this ridiculous, y'all.
Transgender French pro basketball player is in the center of backlash after saying that they wouldn't be against any offer from the WNBA, should there be one.
Does that even look right? It doesn't even look right. Well, that sparked when I told you what happened between the coach and the player, and the player basically just said the truth. And that was it. Just common sense, her truth, common sense. Stephen A. Smith, obviously somebody who's not a favorite to the show, he decided to launch into his reaction.
Born a male, transitioning to female, and think that you should have the right to compete with women. Not in basketball, not in football, not in boxing, not in the UFC. Hell, not even in tennis. It's an aberration when you find somebody like a Serena Williams serving 120 miles, 25 miles an hour. That's ordinary for Jokic or Jokovic. That's ordinary for Sinner. That's ordinary for Alcaraz. That was ordinary for Sampras, Agassi, and all of these guys. We got to stop this. We got to stop acting like somebody that's speaking up on behalf of girls like a Sophie Cunningham, like a Riley Gaines, are scourges of the earth. You are Cheryl Reeve, the head coach of the Minnesota Lynx. That is an irresponsible thing to do. You are a coach for a female basketball team. Do you not think that the females are being screwed over if they have to compete against a individual born as a male?
And I just want to say this, whatever with Stephen A. I'm not gonna. I agree. I don't normally agree with Stephen A. I agree. I just have a problem with a coach deciding to put a transgender kids, or I forget exactly what the shirt said, to bring kids into this and to try and use it under the guidelines of you think that you're trying to be worried about the kids. To me, it's ridiculous. The kids shouldn't have been brought up into this conversation, even if you're wearing a shirt that is a disguise. I'm worried about the kids. No, you did it purposely because you played. It was the game that you wore when you played against the young lady who made the comment that she thought it was basically unfair for a trans man to play in the WNBA. And you pandered. And you use kids as a weapon to state your point. And I'm so tired. I'm so tired of people using children and their issues as their weapon against people. And I'm tired because these kids are in the middle of stuff like this. This is something that was posted, and there's more things that are going on. This young man went to school dressed like this, and this was when the drama happened.
Real quiet on the creek. My bad.
So this is what the young child went to school dressed.
I got a better one for you, Mike, without the music.
And this is it doesn't matter because I can pause it. Okay, it doesn't have to be. So this was the dialogue that went between the school and hey, Miss Williams, it's Dr. Smith. This is the school text messaging. Hey, Miss Williams, it's Dr. Smith over at elementary. Do you have a moment? Hey, Dr. Smith, I'm at work, but I can text you, get on break, whatever. Is everything okay? So you're going to have to come and get Kevin. What's wrong? What's the issue, I guess? Oh, what's wrong? Because it's blocked off here. Yes, but he can't be in school setting. I'm just reading exactly what setting dressed inappropriately. You send him to school in a skirt. Boys must dress like boys and girls must dress like girls. It's highly inappropriate at his age. He would either have to change clothes or leave. And the one says, I let my son express himself. It doesn't say anything in the code of conduct on how gender dresses, as long as he has on the correct colors. And his response is, you have to come get him or bring clothes. Otherwise, he will sit in ISS. Thanks.
Lady Q had a different take to this, but let me let you keep getting yours off.
No, Lady Q can have the take because it's always the same take.
But Lady Q says she will leave all of this as AI and it's just rage baiting black people against black people. None of this is true, she says. Now, I don't know how true that is, but if this is fake, if it is all AI and they just doing this to get us, pit us against each other over something that's not even true, that is a deeper ulterior motive.
There's always a deeper ulterior motive. But it's funny, when I bring up the deeper ulterior motive, y'all don't want to hear it. Of course there's a deeper ulterior motive.
So I am tending to lean on the side of Lady Q, only because, I'm sorry, as long as it takes you to get doctor in front of your name in the area of education or any setting, you would know better than to text a parent and put this in a text, come get your kid. And
I believe
you're
that.
talking about the code of conduct, right? And so I really do think that this is either doctored up or some sort. I would hope that an educator, an administrator in education would not be so crass and naive to put the school
I agree.
at a financial risk, to impose his thoughts and views to a parent in such a manner that can invoke a lawsuit. I'm just going to say that. So I'm leaning towards the side of Lady Q's analogy of this situation.
And I hope everybody's right. I hope everybody's right.
But the flip side, Mike, can your kid express themselves?
That's the question.
If he really wanted to rock out with the
That's
dress,
the question.
the skirt, like, why can't he? In theory,
well,
you want to get teased.
I've seen stuff on here, Jay Black, for this picture where it says, "See, this is why single mothers need to stop being allowed to raise our boys."
That's facts. I agree with that.
So look what my friends that have found and sent that over to me.
And I'm wondering, because they have a picture allegedly of this young man with his parent, who seems to be also trans. Once again, it could be AI. But the question is this, what do you think the school should do at that point?
Is a distraction. I can see how that kid wearing that can be a distraction for all the other students, and now they can't focus on learning because everybody's clowning this boy for wearing a skirt. I can clearly see that being a problem, just as much as the girl with her ass out that's dressed with she shouldn't be dressed like that in school can be a distraction for all the boys. Like, if it's a distraction, you have to address the distraction. But the way that they said it clearly makes me think it was fake. But a distraction is a distraction.
I don't know. There's another picture of the young man allegedly with the parent. So I don't know.
I don't believe it's absolutely.
I don't believe it. Absolutely AI. No school administrator who speaks this way through text.
Text, man. You need to come get your kid because he up in. Yeah, that's a phone call.
I hope.
That's a phone call. Hey, Mr. Sean. Yeah, Monty's up in here. Well, your son is up in here with a skirt on and they're distracting everybody. They're teasing him, and I don't want him to be bullied. They can go that route. I don't want, the kids, hard for the kids not to bully him. But yeah, he can't be up in here like this, and he only, 7, 8? I don't know how old the boy is. He's under 10, but that's a little bit much. But you have a lot of parents that say, don't be checking my kid. He can wear what he want. I'm teaching him to express himself. Parenting ain't no handbook. I do me, you do you. Like, it's opposing views to both sides.
And I thought the kids were going to be off limits, but they're never off limits. They're never off limits.
Not from other kids.
What was the community that read the books to the kids?
The community that read the books.
The cross dressers, but what are they called?
The LGBTQ plus.
No, they're they put the whole stuff on, the cross dressers. I'm sorry, the
RuPauls of the world, the ones that the drag
queens. We sat up here and said it was okay for drag queens to come and read stories to the kids.
I didn't say that, but yeah.
But there were people really fighting.
A lot of people. That ain't going. Lady Q said that a drag queen reading your kid a book ain't gonna make them gay. It ain't gonna have them want to turn transgender. That's what some people say.
We literally we want to be so inclusive that people actually fought that drag queens should be allowed to read stories to the kids. Why?
Could be a real bad role model.
Why?
If the kid want to do like that. It could inspire your kid to want to be a drag queen, though.
Why? What would be the point?
No, not that young Jane said. Yeah, the pose kind of gives it away that it may be with the hands on the hip, Mr. Boy, like the hands on the hips, then the leaning to the one side. Cause Kanye did the whole thing, right? The Irish, and Kanye used to ASAP Rocky. Didn't ASAP wear a similar? Yes, Afro Queen.
I just don't understand that people were actually like, it's not a big deal that drag queens can come read stories to the kid. I like, call me whatever you want. I just don't understand how that was a go. Like, he is not
They were
Scottish,
trying to justify this.
and that is not a kilt. I didn't say that.
No, that's a skirt. That was a skirt.
Hollywood presents the ideas they want to normalize. They absolutely do. They absolutely do.
Jeanette, we're agreeing that it may be fake, but the hypothetical is still there. And then there's also the angle of why have black people rage bait each other? What is the distraction about that we need to? Because I guess Lady Q was saying they labelize most black people as homophobic. So this would get them going. We're going to put this out there and let them be mad at each other. Don't know. But yeah, drag queens reading your kids' books. Do you want that? I would have said no. I don't want a drag queen reading my son a book. I really don't at that young age. It's impressionable. He come home talking, yeah, I saw this drag queen. I was thinking about I want to do that too. Can I put makeup on and get a wig and a skirt? Why can't I be me?
Let me ask you something, because a lot of tribes in Africa wear the men wear things that are similar to the garb of a dress or a skirt. Does that identify with their gender or sexuality? Maybe people in Scotland wear kilts, much like what the boy has on. Does that lead to their gender or the role? I mean, the gender that they identify with or their sexuality?
I think in both those cases, the culture has already given you what that stands for, what that is. So there's an explanation in the culture on what it is.
So that's why I wanted to pose that question, because now we're just talking about societal norms, and societal norms constantly evolve and constantly change.
But there's a danger when you allow societal norms to change based on somebody's agenda, who decides that they want to change a societal norm, and they're trying to make it, because we know that's not what is represented in that dress here. And everybody knows what we've been programmed to believe that means. So if we had been programmed a different way, then we'd look at it differently. But this is a purposeful bomb to be dropped to try and, yes, rage bait us. But it's just the same rage bait as this. I want to know, what is the agenda behind this? The same way I want to know what's the agenda behind how they got away with having ICE walk around covering their faces, and to normalize that.
Black men is not in the black homes. They want to highlight, but LaShawn saying in her school there was a 2-parent household where the boy did this, and so don't put it on single moms. They trying to say ain't no real black man in that household with a kid doing that. With that,
and see, that's not. I don't believe that. I don't agree. You can have a 2-parent household, and a young man decides that this occurs where this is what they feel, and gradually as they get older, this is what happens. I don't think a 2-parent household stops this. I'm not saying in any way that this is a disease of some sort. I'm saying when I feel attacked, that there's purposely this is being pushed. That is purposely being pushed. White boys wore skirts all the time when I was in high school.
Jane said it's okay to text because it's faster than calling. And Claude, your cousin, said, I ain't never had no damn teacher or administrator text me about my kid growing up. No, it's always, let me get you on the phone. Hey, everything's all right, but this is what's going on. It's never a text message to come get your kid. Yeah, don't text me. Yeah, I need you to be on the phone. There was a big up trans teacher, and then you got the teachers in Florida. Yeah, imagine if that's yeah. But that stuff can't make you gay, Mike. Gender and sex are two different things.
I don't know what can make you gay. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know what made me heterosexual. Like, I don't know. I'm just heterosexual. Like, I don't know.
If you were young and impressionable, and you
but if I was young and impressionable,
you may have went down that route.
I may have tried something.
And once you try it, it's over.
I don't know about what you tried.
Pause.
No, once you
Long,
got a man,
hard, deep pause.
What? Unfortunately, I think that's what we believe, that once a man does that, he's gay. Other people believe that a man can do that and experiment, and it just be called experimenting. There are a lot of people who believe that a man can experiment with that.
Just had that conversation too. Lady Q said if growing up, she could not date someone that's been bisexual with another man. She would not. She said, "Call me what you want to call me. I'm not dating a man that was just letting another man." Like some women believe that. There's no way I can date you.
There's no wrong. That's not wrong for them to believe it, but you also can't. This is what I won't date, but you can't say somebody is something simply because they may have experimented with something.
With another man, you are what you are.
But see, that's your but that's your belief. You can't say what another person is and not, or what you can say if you did. You can't say if another person did that simply means that they're now gay. Because we'll go back to the old scenario. If a woman is with a woman, we don't say that to her.
It's the double standards of life. We already know it's double standards.
But it's a double standard, but we can't make a double standard a fact. We can just say it's an unfair double standard, but that doesn't make it a fact. That doesn't make it now that if a man happens to be with Mo's on here. Mo, if a man's with another man, but he said, I experimented in college, does that mean he's gay for life?
If you found out your fiance experimented.
Not if he found out. Is he gay for life?
Yeah. Are you dating him still?
Damn. Nobody cares if you're dating him. That's a personal preference. The thing is, that doesn't mean the man is gay forever. But go ahead, Mo. What's your opinion?
Let me hear. He experimented.
I don't think that people are one way or the other forever, because I have family members who have dated on both sides. I think it's where they are in life. Me personally, I like heterosexual men. But that's my personal preference. Just like you may like women who don't wear weaves. That's your personal preference, right? I think that reigns true for everybody. My personal preference is a heterosexual man. My personal preference, yes, and my personal preference is a how can you say it from a physical standpoint? Like a man with a little machismo, like, if I said that right.
I pray for children. God opens people's eyes. Claude ain't dating no man that used to get bend over. Claude ain't gonna want to be with
every. And wait, Mike, we can't hear you now.
Mike is muted. How the hell that happened? Because he's about to say something ignorant.
No,
can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
There you go.
It's a personal preference whether you want to date a person. The question is, I can't tell this person that because they experimented that they're gay. If they feel that they experimented and it was something that they want to experiment with, and after they experimented, they said it wasn't for me, I can't label that person as gay forever. Subject change. Can we get angry about a black woman hung in Mississippi? We've been angry. We've been angry for weeks. We've been, and we will get it done. This is the thing, y'all. We got to do 2 hours every day, and we can't do 2 hours. Like, we can try and do 2 hours every day on civil rights and on the tragedies. We've done a whole week. We've done 2 weeks on Nolan Wells. We did shows before that about Carmelo Anthony, and we got to do more shows about Carmelo Anthony. But I'm not even built to give you enough information about everything to keep doing shows on that. Like I don't have a lawyer team. I don't have a research staff to have different angles to entertain you guys. So when other stories come up, we get into conversations where people say this is black rage baiting, and we get into dialogue, and we get into this because that's what we have to do to create a show that's 2 hours every day.
So if KT ain't working on it, KT, she's our research now. She's our research department. KT, we need to know what's going on in Mississippi with the young woman so we can talk about it Monday. Come on, KT.
And we'll have to get more tragic information about a young woman.
Send them clips.
I mean, if I show you the amount of pages that we have, that I mean, it's just pages. I mean,
because we want balance. You want mindless stuff. You want funny stuff, mindless stuff, serious stuff. We're trying to entertain, so it can go on and on and on is whatever direction. But whatever the title is, that's not going to be the only thing we talk about, because that's what I think people want. Whatever the title is, they pop on. Where's the psychic at for 2 hours? No, we're not. We're not doing the psychic for 2 hours.
I don't know what y'all want. Like, so yeah. The debate was if refusing a date, if refusing a date of bi man meant you were bi or homophobic, or at least rooted in homophobia.
Like, would you refuse to date a bisexual man?
I think I just explained what.
Yes or no, Mo? Come on, Republican. Come on, Dr. Fauci.
I just told you what I like, but that's my preference.
Yes or no?
I wouldn't naturally, if that's my preference.
All right.
I wouldn't go after. No. Because you put me here. You took my.
Officer Tatum, just answer the question. Would you date a bisexual man? Yes or no?
Would you?
Oh, you know damn well I'm straight as the
right.
No, I'm not.
So you're asking.
Oh, bisexual woman, yes.
No. You're asking me a question, and I'm giving you. I've already given you the answer, but you're asking in another way to try to get another response out of me. That doesn't work. I mean, because you just answered a bisexual man. No, because my preference is a heterosexual male, but I don't look down on somebody because that's where they are. Maybe that works for someone else, but for me personally, I want why do I want a heterosexual male? Because I want somebody who wants me and me only. I don't want somebody with the wondering eye that's going to look at a male, tomorrow because he's going to say, you know what? I ain't on women today. I ain't on women today. I was on you yesterday. Give a girl a fighting chance, okay? Give a girl a fighting chance.
That'll drive me to relapse.
It's enough having to keep your man in check from looking at women. But hell bent, I don't want a man to be like, you know what? Yesterday you was it, but tomorrow he's the flavor of the month. So But in all seriousness, I think that preference is. There's nothing wrong with preference. But I think that when we put people in these boxes and say that because you did this, you are this way forever, I think that is a low level of thinking.
People are getting caught up with
people. We're getting caught up in preferences versus attraction versus dating. Well, ain't your preference and your attraction, ain't that a preference? Who you're attracted to and who you date?
But your attraction can be different, right? From day to day or from situation to situation. So there is a difference between being attracted to someone, but it doesn't mean that you want to date them.
We're doing the best with our limited reach. Thank you, Claude. This is Mike Sean's cousin, by the way. We're doing the best. Katie says she's on it. She's going to do some research, and we can talk about the Mississippi.
I think people like to split everything up because people don't like to give just a strong answer. I think that there's a difference between who I'm attracted to, who I'm going to date, and because nobody wants to because in society, you're looked a certain type of way if you say, I don't fuck with people. And no matter what the people are. Because we're cool. We don't break it down when it comes to races. We go, we don't like races. I don't care if the racist happens to be nice to me. I don't care if the racist has always been respectful to me. We just say, and people don't like to be put in that situation. People don't like to say, no. I will never understand how a double standard will see a double standard, and we will literally just go, it's just a double standard, and not understand the hypocrisy in the double standard.
Lady K explain. She said she wanted to say what you want to explain.
The problem was there was a creator who was saying that if you don't want to date a bisexual person, then is rooted in homophobia and biphobia and things like that. And people were getting mad because they said they're not homophobic. But the point is, if you're heterosexual, you're attracted to the opposite gender of yours, right? If you go out and you see a man I see a man as a woman, I don't know their sexual preference. So I could initially be attracted to that person, go on a date with that person, in conversations find out they have been with another male, and then all of a sudden I'm no longer I don't want to date that person anymore. I still find them attractive. I'm attracted to them, but I don't want to date them because of their preference and my preferences. That's the difference between a preference and attraction, and then choosing to date someone.
So no, keep it right there. Keep it right there.
Oh, she hung up.
Now,
she won't be able to hear you anyway.
So let's say you're dating the person, and they meet every qualification that you meet that you're attracted to. They're kind. You guys have a lot in common. The relationship is, and the relationship is fine. But you find out that person took part in a gay relationship prior. Would that stop you? I'm changing it up. Would that end the relationship?
Would that stop you? That's interesting. I'm busy laughing at correct the coach. I'm just part of that. Go ahead.
I have to go feed the unhoused. I have
okay.
service.
All right.
I know it's been rough, Mo. Thank you. I know it's been a rough show. Thank you. Next, Mo, what's the Yes, it would. Okay. Well, if yes, it would, I can see why somebody would say that you were practicing homophobic. Part of a homophobic mindset. Because if the person is no longer engaging in it and you're in love with that person, now I would feel the same way. But I could see why somebody would say that's homophobic. If the person is no longer partaking in that and you have a relationship that has met all the standards that you wanted, I could see how somebody said, well, then you're homophobic just because the person took part in something. Not saying I disagree with you. Bye, Mo. I have a grandkid that likes boys one week and she likes girls the next week. We see that all the time. My ex had no girlish traits at all. He was raised in a super conservative religion. Hit it. He messed with white men every time out of town and Fleet Week every year. He was there. Learned that later on. Okay, I'm sorry. I mean, that's not kind of but I get it. I get that that's your comment. Monique, bye and be safe. One, because I feel this was intentionally kept away from me in addition to participating with a male. Kept away from you. So we were supposed to tell each other all our sexual conquests. Now, I understand. I'm not, but you do.
You know that would change somebody's thoughts of you. So, yeah, it's like telling somebody you had a sex change or certain things.
Not a sex change. Having sex with the same sex. Not a sex change. Don't bring a sex change because you make it drastic.
All right, certain things when you're dating has to come up early on because that will change other people's perspectives.
But you're not going to tell me every.
That back.
So should a woman tell you if she had a threesome with two guys, even though you're never going to meet the guys, you're never going to know?
It would be something about her sexual nature and being experimenting and being open to fun. Like it would be certain other things said to let me know. Oh, yeah, she was wild. She was Nikki White Chocolate growing up.
Jay, that's not.
But no, like it would be clues.
They wouldn't be clues. If you met this woman,
a threesome is simple. I know you did that. If you were into a lot of stuff sexually,
but
I'm sure
how would she tell you that she's into a lot of stuff if you met her? You guys have been dating. What do you want her to bring up the threesome that she had? She's not gonna bring it up.
It's something about it when you start talking sex. You could tell when somebody's LaShawn type. Like you could tell certain ones that experimented growing up. You could just tell when you're talking. They've been through some stuff. I don't know if it was college days.
So I guess everybody else is just dumb for all the thousands of people who have found out after they've been married for 10 years. Because you're saying you're just going to find out through conversation.
Yeah, I gotta meet.
If that's a deal breaker for me, I think it's something that is brought up prior to. But when do you get into the conversation? Dog, I've never had a conversation in all the relationships I've had. Not all. That sounded crazy. I've never had a conversation that a woman ever asked me, have I been with another man?
Because at some point you probably ask her, you want to go to strip club with me? What do you think about girls that dance with girls? The questions you ask.
So what if she says no? I don't want to go to a strip club, and no, I'm not into girls that dance with girls.
I'm Asha, boy. I'm holier than thou.
It's not holier than thou. What if the person says no? I'm not into girls because they're not into girls, but they have done something in the past. You into girls? No, I'm not into girls. Like, if you think you're gonna find all this stuff just based off a conversation.
Some stuff is common sense. I think you know what I'm saying. You figure things, you pick up clues when you're dating people.
Because we dealt with people who were pretty open about it. We dealt with people that were open about it. We didn't deal with somebody who did something in college and never talked about it again. We dealt with people who were going to strip clubs with us. We dealt with people who were joking about girls that dance with girls. But if a woman is not joking about it, and not going to strip clubs and not engaging in those conversations.
Yeah, they don't want to talk about their time in the
No,
hotel.
they're just not into it anymore.
Yeah.
So, okay. Yeah. Let's get out of here. All right, y'all. Thank you. All the cash apps. What is also because I don't want to mess with people with a belly or a little thicker. I have a fat phobia. That's ridiculous. I don't have ish against fluffy people. It's just not my preference. I get what you're saying. What I'm saying, if the relationship is going great, that's something that the relationship is not going to go great.
Because if you're it's two different lanes. She's just saying if you're bisexual and she don't want to date you, she doesn't have anything against gay people. It's just that she don't want to date bisexual people. Just like I'm not saying fat is an issue. I don't have fat phobia. I just don't want no fluffy people. Like I get what She's saying it don't make you homophobic because you don't want to date a guy that used to do stuff like Corrective was saying. It's what it is. I get what she's saying.
And I understand that, but I'm trying to get y'all to see that if the relationship is going spectacularly, and it's been like 4, 5, 6 months, it's been a year, and everything is going great, and then all of a sudden he confides in you that when he was 22, he engaged in an act with the same sex, and you break up the relationship that was going great because of that. I can see why somebody would say that is you being homophobic. I don't know how that's that hard to see. For example, in dating the Mr., there were signs that he in no way ever entertained the thought of engaging with the same gender. So the actual question wasn't necessary. Okay, and you were right. But do you know how many men have said that same thing and been exactly the type of Jay Black and literally did? Have a great weekend, Stace. I'll talk to you.
Stace, we got to keep him on the straight and narrow, Stace. I don't need no stressing in that household. I don't need outside.
She's not in my household. What are you talking about?
It's the same thing.
It's not this. How is that the same thing?
I don't need no stress coming from that side. I don't need stress from that side of it. We all got is a community. Fat phobia is a whole topic on TikTok right now. All right, yeah, we got to go. We
got to get out of here. All right, y'all. Thank you to every single person who sent a cash app. I truly appreciate it. We're trying to make this show do what it does. Love me for who I am, not who you want me to be. I can never be that. I understand there's only one thing in life that's guaranteed it will end. So enjoy every minute, every second. You fight for everything in life. Fight for your happiness. Never let anyone, any circumstance take it from you. Michael Sean, J Black, Sexy Mo, Dexter, Bowman-Kendrick, The Psychic. Thank you for joining us. C. Chung, Dr. Aaron Smith, Monty, Lady Q, WokeUpInspired.com.
She keeps saying how pretty Stacey is, but go ahead, Jay.
No, chill, Jay. What the fuck? Like, what's going on? What, you dance with girls now? That's what you do. Take your bisexual ass. Slow down. All right, we going. Go on there. Go get the merch at Woke Up Inspired.
Michael Sean and the Takeover Legend, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.